Megan Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson, relationship. These words don't even sound good together in a sentence, bro. So, are we really surprised? So, a couple nights ago, I was at dinner, you know what I'm saying? And I'm chopping it up with Shorty, and, she bring up the Megan Thee Stallion thing. And if you haven't heard, right, or you've been living under a rock, whatever, allegedly, Klay Thompson cheated on Megan Thee Stallion. The relationship's over. She had to leave her Broadway show or something like that. Don't quote me. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really too much here to talk about the headlines, but we was chopping it up, and, the first thing that came to my mind was like, are you surprised? When I look at a situation like that, all I see is a child, right, with a triangle block, right, trying to shove it into the hole where the circle goes, right? I see somebody throwing gasoline over top of a campfire, and then they surprised they don't got no eyebrows. Klay Thompson, light skin, one half with the Splash Brothers, multiple NBA championships, multiple time All-Star, known for cheating on his past girlfriends, Mr. Bitches himself. Did I mention he was light skinned? And Megan Thee Stallion, who, whether you want to admit it or not, has a very controversial public dating history where it seems like every situation she's getting cheated on, every situation is just like some type of big blowout of drama, right? It's never nothing that's just like, how can I say they agreed to just go separate ways? There's always some bullshit that comes behind it. If, don't quote me on that, but from what I've seen, there's always some bullshit, right? When this news first broke, right, that they were together in a relationship, right? I don't know how long they've been together, but I remember when I first seen it, I looked through the comments and I just seen like a bunch of people bigging them up, saying congratulations, blah, blah, blah. And I suppose they wanted to be happy for her. I suppose they wanted some of their happiness for themselves. But on the other hand, man, I seen people in the comments hating, saying this, saying that, saying Klay's gonna cheat on her and whatnot. And a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, even though I agree with them, I still think they was hating. But in my personal opinion, man, I really didn't see this going any other way. I look at a woman like Megan Thee Stallion, who I'm not gonna sit here in front like she's not bad, she's not beautiful, like she don't look good, like she ain't got a big bag on her, like she's not valuable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here in front of her like that, but the attitude, man, I'm not gonna lie, like I couldn't pull her in the first place, so that's not the point of this argument. But even with how good she looked, how successful she is, man, I don't know if I would want to deal with something like that for the next 50, 60 years, right? I would probably die at 45 from a heart attack dealing with all that stress. You know what I'm saying? Let alone all the other stuff that comes with her. Then I look at somebody like Klay Thompson, who, like I said before, is just a habitual cheater. It's just Mr. Bitches himself, right? Why do you, why, what? Did nobody see this? Did nobody man, humans are creatures of habit, right? Not saying people can't change, but change doesn't happen overnight, right? So if you meet a girl, right, and she cheated on her last nigga, right, you could possibly be the nigga that, where she stops and she learns, but that's really all depending on her. And I think the way that a lot of people look at situations like this is, oh, I can change this person. Man, you can't change nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told the same story to somebody one time before, right? Love is just an emotion, right? Attraction, blah, blah, blah. It's not as big as people make it out to be, right? I don't think a relationship survives because you love one another. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So if you was to meet a crackhead and you fell in love with a crackhead, and this crackhead love you dearly, right? And you tell him, hey, look, you being a crackhead is really affecting my life. I can't continue to be with you, right? If you're going to continue to do your crackhead activities. Perfectly reasonable, right? I can't argue with that. But a lot of people get it fucked up and confused that the crackhead won't stop crack for you, so that means he doesn't love you. No, it doesn't mean he doesn't love you. It's just the nigga is addicted to fucking crack. Who the fuck do you think you are that you're such a powerful being, or you have such a powerful aura? You just so much of the shit that you can stop a crackhead from smoking crack. The only thing that's gonna take that crack pipe from his lips is him. And him alone, right? So no, it's not that the crackhead didn't love you. It's just that he's a fucking crackhead. He's addicted to crack. He might even want to stop, but you don't know how strong that addiction is to him, right? You don't know how deep crack has got his soul and fucking shaking it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You come on. And I feel like in this situation here, especially with the power couple situation, or not even power couples, what am I trying to say? With celebrity relationships, right? A lot of people put their own emotions or project how they feel into this, right? They see, a playboy, you know what I'm saying? Tony Stark type nigga, you feel me? Goddamn, I don't even know how to explain it. A Brent Fayez type nigga, right? They get with a bomb ass celebrity, right? Dope ass girl, beautiful ass girl, right? And they think because she's so beautiful and so dope, that's gonna make this nigga change his ways. And I feel like a reason that a lot of women, because honestly, the only people I see really upset about this is women. I feel like why a lot of women are upset at situations like this is because it reinforces the fact that you can't change a nigga, right? They look at people like Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B as higher than them, better than them, whether they admit it or not, right? They look at them as better than them, and they see, man, if Cardi B, if Megan Thee Stallion, if Beyonce can't stop a nigga from cheating, right? What fucking chance do I have, right? And so they project, right? That's just personally how I see it, right? Where vice versa, you see the dudes who looking at the situation, and for the most part, it's not even really a conversation because it's like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? Same thing with Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, right? The nigga had what, 8? The nigga had a lot of kids before, right? I ain't gonna put no more kids on him than he got, right? He got a lot of kids before he started involving himself with Cardi B, right? And even was rumored to have like pregnant. He got another girl pregnant at the same time he got Cardi B. I'm like, man, bottom line is, man, you can't get a dog and be mad when it barks, right? And this situation right here, right? All I see is a woman who doesn't want to hear barking all day and night, but she got the biggest motherfucking rock roller at the fucking pound, right? Not trying to say the nigga a dog or nothing. Well, I mean, he might be a dog, but you feel me? And to add to that, I feel like it's very unfortunate, but I think the reality of the situation is Meg is probably only going to go after dog type dudes, right? Being that she's a very successful, very beautiful, very powerful woman, right? She wants somebody on her level or greater, I'm assuming. That's just how women operate, from the lowest level to the highest level. And nothing is for certain, everybody is not 100% cookie cutter, but I just don't think dudes at that type of level are very interested in monogamy or just being with one girl when you have so many options, right? And I already hear somebody right now in the comments or in their head smacking their lips saying, blah, blah, not all. You don't know, nigga, you don't got no bitches, so how was you blah, blah. I get that, right? And I used to think the same way. Tell you something, right? I grew up not being too smooth with the ladies, right? And I used to think, I don't understand how dudes just cheat on like such a beautiful girl, such a kind and sweet girl, right? Like how is it so hard just to stay with one, right? I got a little older, got a little more attractive, right? Little more attractive. I'm not even no fine shit yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm working my way up there and I ain't no fine shit yet. And I start to see how like my options opened up, right? Just got out of a relationship. I started to see how my options was open up, right? So you could say I was in the streets, right? And even though I hated being there, I hated all of the shit that came with it. And I'm not gonna lie, it was something about it, bro. I hear niggas talk about the love of the game. I think for the first time in my life, I felt the love of the game. Now, this is just only on me getting a little more attractive, right? My hair is a little longer. My physique just looks a little bit better. My beard is a little bit thicker, right? I ain't even completely cute yet, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a little bit cuter, you know what I'm saying? I'm like medium ugly now, you feel me? Imagine you give me $500,000, bro. I'm fucking everything moving, okay? If it got a pulse and some big, you feel me? I'm diving in. Like, that's just, man. So though I never been on the level of a Klay Thompson, I can understand what it's like for your options to be opened up like that, right? Just a little bit. I only got a small taste, right? A little sample. I look a little bit better. Imagine I look a lot better with a big ass bag, 500 million, or however much she's worth, bro. I can't imagine what I would do, right? And shit, I ain't saying I don't want that bag, but like, bro, I know it might turn me to a monster, bro. I just gotta be real with you. But you know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. At the end of the day, I don't know, man. I feel like people put too much stake into these celebrity relationships, man. They project, they try to live vicariously through these celebrities, looking at them like, hey, if they did it, maybe I can. And to a degree, yes, you can do that. But I think that should be something more productive, like your career or getting through bad situations and not a relationship. Because honestly, man, if that's how you looking at life, when some bad shit happen to you, man, I really can't be surprised. And that's all I gotta say. Catch y'all boys on the flip.